Ellie, why are you running for YUSU president?
So I'm running for YUSU Pres because I want to try and reduce the cost of things at university because I think that societies are too expensive to join, and I think the university events are too expensive to go to, and I think it limits the amount of students who can participate.
So you've talked in your manifesto and you've just talked now about the prohibitive costs of YUSU events. How do you propose to make up the deficit if you made something like summer ball free, so events that big?
I don't want to make events free because I think that's a false promise and certainly one that I couldn't keep, but I definitely want to lower the cost of them, especially events during Freshers Week, like campus takeover. And obviously I'd have to speak to the treasurer and whoever gives me money about how to do this. But I do think it is something that is really important because campus takeover was £30 to go to in Freshers Week, and not many people can afford that, especially on top of college event wristbands. And it's a shame because it's the one event during Freshers Week that really gets everyone together, and it's the first time you can meet everyone, and not many people can go to it.
So this is YUSU president is a really important role. Lots of students expect your representation. Do you think that you can be a voice for all the students?
Yeah, I think I can. I'd like to say I'm a very approachable and friendly person. So I'd like to think that people could come and speak to me if they had any issues. And I then would like to think that I would project these issues to YUSU, and try and do something about it. Because at the end of the day, that would be my job. My job is to make sure that people's opinions are heard and that I try and do something about it. And I like to think, that people could come and speak to me, and then I could relay the message onto people who can do something about it.
You talk about the university being a community. Do you truly believe that community spirit is an effect? And if not, how would you increase it?
Definitely. I think we are a campus uni, and therefore I think compared to city unis, for example, we have a really big community spirit, and actually the collegiate system groups people together, and I think creates loads of mini community spirits within our campus, which is brilliant. But the way I want to try and improve this is, as I said, by making events cheaper to go to so that everyone can do things together, because I do believe that people are being discriminated against and not everyone can join in because things are so expensive.
You're a second year right now.
Yeah.
How would you feel about taking a break from your studies to become YUSU president?
I think it'd be good for me because I'm really enjoying my course. But I think a year out, it's something if I came back in not next year, the year after, to do my studies, I think I'd be focusing more, because I haven't had that time out of university life. I think I'd be able to understand what the role is. And yeah, I personally, for me, it's something that I want to do and it'd be good for me.
So you've talked a lot about reducing the cost of events and improving the movement between economic classes. Do you think that this is a job beyond the remit of YUSU president? How much change do you really think that you can achieve as an individual?
Obviously, it's hard to say how much change I'm going to be able to achieve, but I'd like to think that I'm going to be able to give it a good go, and it's certainly something that I want to work towards. And I think a lot of people would agree with me at the end of the day. I think people agree that the cost is unfair and that something needs to be done. And practically, say I can't get anything done, at least I'm getting this message brought to light, and hopefully in the near future, maybe if it's not me, but the next president can do something about it.
There seems to be a lot of platitudes in your manifesto rather than strong, clearly worded policies. Can you just summarise 3 policies for me?
So, reducing the cost of university societies, to increase inclusivity, to reduce the cost of university-led events, again to increase inclusivity, and also to promote consent across the university, because I feel like this is something that's important, and as Tom spoke about earlier, it's something that the university has really brought to light recently, I would say, and I really want to stress this, and I think it's something that could be worked on.
So tell me a little bit about your leadership style in general. How do you think you'll be as a YUSU president?
I'm quite a strong leader. I've done many things like Duke of Edinburgh, for example, where I've had to work as a team, but lead the team. And I listen to people's views. Obviously, that's what a leader has to do, but then you at the end have to make decisions. And I'd like to think that I'm quite good at doing both those things, listening to people, letting people contribute, but at the same time also making decisions.
Right, that's all we've got time for tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Follow